is definitely something I'm gonna ask.
Oh, for sure. Oh, I've also got I've got the spec link for
Mile.
you. I've got the spec link for you.
Now you're busy.
Also,
They'll give it to me. It's
we're
fine.
live. We're live now. I don't even have music going. How about this? All right, that's
Nobody
nice.
needs music.
Nobody needs music. Listen, if there's anything I've ever learned, it's that just stunning silence, punctuated by the confused, dulcet tones of two adult men just getting everything wrong over here.
We're trying our best.
We're just trying our best, guys. We're just trying our best. Everything's off. Everything's off. Hold on. Here we go. No, sorry. The stream is on.
Yeah.
Boy, dude, I'm sorry.
Wait, is that Ginyu Force's logo? That is insane.
It's great. It's great.
It's so good.
Well, normally I try to turn the stream on beforehand and then let it cook for a second so that the thing goes out and then people show up. But what's up, little dear Lilia? Yes, this is game 1. Welcome. This is like if we were, Mighty Fool and I were getting our restaurant ready, and but we forgot to turn the open sign on, and now we're turning the open sign on, and people are roaming on through. That metaphor just didn't track at all.
I was kind of trying to think of maybe we were cooking something up before we just
sure,
before we opened, but we didn't know, or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but you're just a real generous and nice guy, so you were giving me more.
I was giving a little more than maybe there was there.
Yeah, absolutely.
It could be fair.
My goodness, folks. Welcome back to the Low Budget LCS. Truly low budget this evening. My name is LaChance, and I am joined by the Mighty Fool.
Yeah. I like these bans, by the way. The last round, no ADs picked.
Yeah, tell me about it, man.
It's kind of like Jinx and Xayah are like the really high tier solo queue picks right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they're faring in pro play, but when you think that this could be a Seraphine mid angle, it could be a Vigar bot angle, it could be all kinds of stuff too. Right. So maybe they're looking at things that wouldn't be fun for either of those in lane, but I think it's smart when you know that there's certain pairings, especially with the Leona, that you don't want to see.
Right.
Then they line up the Malphite, and you're like, okay, well, definitely the Xayah Ben makes a lot of sense. I like the Misfortune on the other end, though. That's one of my all-time favorites to go with this Leona.
No, that is an excellent combination, and it would be nasty for Ginyu as well to get that Misfortune. So kind of a nice pick away as well. There's still got I guess Vigar's going to be APC,
yeah,
it looks like.
There's a lot of AP, though. I mean, the only sole AD on the team is Viego.
That's true. Yo, I'll be damned. I don't know what we did to deserve this, but Vader used choke. Thank you so much for that sub, man. I see that little dancing emote you got there, that Jin dance. That looks great. What's up, him, the guy?
Vader used choke. I love that.
Oh, it's fantastic. Vader's been hanging out for a hot minute here. Excellent member of the audience. What's up, Cat and Crunch? We Windows. That's right. Tonight, we're all Windows. I think we can agree on that. Rescued, what's up? Always a pleasure to see Rescued out there.
The gang's all here.
The gang's all here, guys. We're going to go on an adventure together. Keyblade Sora, thank you so much for being the newest investor in the low budget LCS. Thank you so much for that follow. I played the Kingdom Hearts games once. They were pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's not have a
fun
shocking
memories.
tonight. Oh, Rescued, I'll do my
whoa.
goddamn best.
What are they talking about?
You just erased it from your memory?
Bro, erased what?
All right, that's a good answer right there. All right, I'm starting the prediction. Who's gonna win game 1? Now, Mighty. What team is on the red side? We're sure it's Trifarix, right?
No, Trifarix is blue. What are you talking about?
Oh no! All right, Ginyu Force, blue, Trifarix,
Wait, that's just not right, right?
Wait,
Is that right or wrong?
hold on. Is Ginyu? Are they or are they
Ginyu?
not the red side?
No, Ginyu is red. Yes.
Ginyu is red. Excellent.
But I don't know if you're. There's some wires crossed right now. I
Oh,
don't
there's
know.
a lot of wires crossed, man. And neither of us is an electrician, it seems like.
No,
This is
definitely
dangerous
not.
territory.
Yeah,
Trifarix.
that's somebody else's wheelhouse there.
Wait, is Trifarix souls? I want to give
Mhm.
Tri-Far-Ix. Tri-Far-Ix.
Are we sounding it out?
Yes, we're sounding it out, dude. The only way to
Awesome.
spell Wednesday is Wednesday. Starting
true,
the
though.
predictions, folks. Get out there, spend those schmeckles. What's up, Sammy? Oh, Sammy, you're gonna get a lot of love tonight. You're playing in the game, man.
Yeah.
Mew
Playing-
Life
is he
saying
mid?
Trent wins this.
Like mid or something, right? I can't tell.
Sammy?
Yeah.
I don't. Sammy is support.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We
Oh,
can
maybe.
we can see him
Therapy.
on the left side there, or better known as the blue
Oh,
side,
he's playing.
the side that
playing Leona,
Trifarix
you're
is
right.
on.
Yeah. See, I forgot what team Sammy was on for a second. there.
Nice.
That was my bad.
Nice. No, that's fair. That's listen, there's a lot of teams. Over 70 teams have participated in the low budget LCS this season. That's right, count them. And with a minimum roster of 7,
It's a lot of players.
many teams having maxed out their rosters, that is a lot of players. You probably thought we were revving up to do some
Nobody
quick
was
math
doing
as a
that.
stunt for you, but there's no chance. There's no chance we embarrass ourselves trying to do quick math in front of a crowd like this. Are you kidding?
Mm.
How
Brains
are
cooked.
your quick math skills, Mighty?
They might be okay, like most of the time,
Sure.
but like brains cooked, it ain't happening. You know.
Yeah.
We're not here for that right
No.
now.
We are not. Whoops. Let me change some things right here. Let's get the correct names in for the moment, for the time being.
Looks like Mew Life actually did the math in chat, which
Oh,
this is, by the way, what you guys are for, chat. When we don't know stuff, you guys are here to like fill the gaps for us. You know, that's exactly what we want.
100%. Mew Life, thank you so much. And that's if every team only had 7. Oh well,
That's like a minimum, yeah.
minimum. We definitely crack 500. I'd say most teams have got at least 8. I mean, there are teams that have minimum 7. Who can say? At this point, I'm completely talking out of my ass. Let's
got 8,
say
I don't
there's
know.
probably there's probably like 600 players.
Yeah, easy. And then there's a bunch of free agents. I mean, the server's got a hell of people.
Oh yeah. We got like 2,500 or something like that.
Yeah, random streamer people, like, you know,
Yeah.
that aren't paying much.
We're sort of, we're an inn at a crossroads, and we've got all sorts of characters coming through and staying the night.
Yeah. It's community.
It's community. You're damn right. It's community. Speaking of communities, I bet you all are very excited to hear, and this was news to me, that Hunger Games is doing a prequel movie.
You're kidding. Actually?
I'm dead serious. I thought that we were done with those movies, but it turns out they're back. They're doing it again from the beginning. I watched the trailer right before this. Rescued is
cool.
hyped for
Yeah.
it.
I'm of two minds on this because there was another series that did prequel movies, and there was a book to back it up. But I feel like I was massively let down, and that's The Hobbit.
Oh, sure.
And
they really stretched that out.
Yeah,
That didn't need to be
and
3 movies.
Nah, there were good parts to it, but I mean, there's
for
a lot
sure.
of it that I didn't enjoy. So I'm hyped, but I'm gonna reserve a little bit of pessimism, you know, just in case.
Completely reasonable. Duck with a Gat, thank you so much for the follow. A well-armed duck. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for being the newest investor in low budget LCS.
That's like Duck Hunt, but like
Another
reverse,
frag.
you know?
Reverse.
Yeah.
The mathematical genius themselves, Mew Life. Thank you for the follow as well.
Is Mew Life saying they're on Trifarix?
Yeah, Mu Life is on Trifarix. They're a sub for
legit.
Trifarix.
Oh, okay.
Now,
So we'll be comparing the Rek'Sai performance with whatever Mu Life cooks up.
100%. 100%. Mighty, you are on the other end of this league. You're a part of Economy Group A, which of course you're a residential expert. That's why we brought you in.
Yeah.
What do you
and
expect
no
to
other
see?
reason.
No other reason. No other reason at all. And I
Well,
won't even...
okay.
Yeah.
I was looking at these drafts, right? And I watched them very carefully when they were going through the actual like in-client draft as well.
Mm-hmm.
And there is one thing that I was looking out for that would have decided who I think would win, and neither team pulled it off.
Okay.
Nobody Teemo hovered. Not one player. There's 10 people in the lobby, and it's honestly, I'm getting kind of sick of this. It's a little disappointing because I know that I had some conversations with other economy teams about the power of hovering Teemo in lobbies.
Sort of a psych out.
The mental advantages. Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
and
the names are going to be wrong, but just know that Mighty Fool is casting. Actually, I can fix it. Carry on.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Whoever says on there is probably more qualified, so we'll just let people believe.
No, hold on. I will not begin to hear it. You cannot talk yourself down here. Hold on.
We're just going to go with the flow here.
Mighty Fool. Perfect. Excellent. All right, we're here. This works.
Also, just a heads up, I can hear it coming down pretty serious outside, so if any point I just go silent, it is my power going out.
Oh, no. Are you going to be okay, man?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, there was actually, it's kind of crazy. There's like a big system pushing across the U.S. and it finally reached me. And there were like tornadoes and stuff like
oh my God.
An hour north of me. You know?
Oh my
totally
God.
Uncharacteristic for the area too.
Yeah. Oh, God. Well,
you know, it happens. We're fine. We're fine.
Stay safe. You know what they say? If you get stuck in a tornado, spin counterclockwise.
Yeah. To make sure to make the rotation, counter rotation, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Excellent. We're in it.
Some of this clicking stuff.
Yeah, we got to do some of this clicking stuff.
How do you usually do this? Do you click ahead and then resync, or do you just let it chill until it goes?
I click ahead and then I press the speed up thing until we're all level. Yeah. And I've just found that I know we count it out sometimes. I've just found that usually if both people speed up, you're just there, you know?
Yeah, it's just live is live. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good with that.
All right, yeah, we're.
Yeah, but really, now that we're in game, I'm gonna give a little bit of analysis here of what we actually see in the draft. I think that the Xerath is going to be really, really pivotal here because there's a lot of low range, aside from Seraphine, kind of counter engagey stuff going on with this Ginyu Force team comp. And if Xerath can land that poke, it's going to be really, really important for actually being able to commit for a hard engage here. You know, that's kind of what determines whether their team fighting will be successful, I think.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, I think both these teams have, to a degree, relatively similar 5v5 fights. I think it's going to be really interesting to watch two teams try and execute a pretty similar strategy and just see who can drop the bigger wombo.
Yeah. Yeah, and Ginyu has a really crazy wombo. I mean, they've got Malphite ult onto the carries and then follow it up with Seraphine and Galio.
Right.
I mean, that's really, really potent. But once again, we talked about this in the draft. They've got a lot of magic damage across the team.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be kind of important for Rek'Sai and Illaoi to build up that magic resist. Probably, pretty early on, looking at the first few team fights, and then I think that's going to be pretty hard to deal damage through that.
100%.
We'll
Vader
see.
used choke is in this game. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Incredible. All right, we're surprised.
He's got a red Xerath, so that kind of is what is the most Vader-esque character?
He's getting very Sith on us.
He is, it kind of fits the naming.
It really does. Where do you think we're gonna see first blood here?
That's a good question. I don't think it'll be bot. I'm leaning toward either mid or top. I think mid's pretty viable. I think you go for Xerath, and Because Rek'Sai has a lot of like ganking potential as well, but
Right.
I think you've got a lot of setup with the Galio.
100%. 100%.
Yeah,
Speaking of that
yeah.
Galio, we're starting to see this poke come out. Vader landing a lot of these skill shots, chunking Galio out, forcing him under tower. And maybe we're going to see a dive down here. This is Rek'Sai over the wall. I haven't seen Rek'Sai in a hot second. Maybe that's just because I haven't been playing recently, but here it is. Going to get the knockup onto Big Dog right here. Whoa! Even alone, but a lot of return damage coming through. And look who it is. That is going to be Viego. Good escape
That was tight.
there. That was tight.
That timing, yeah. Close call, but gets away with it.
I,
And I like the look.
I don't know if I should be as surprised as I am, but a lot of damage coming out of Rek'Sai.
Yeah, it's one of the things that helps him out there as well is once Vigar casts all those abilities. Also lucky that Viego wasn't there, but once Vigar casts everything, there's really not a lot of damage left between the two.
Right.
So you saw a big burst come down onto Robust with a W. But, once that happens, it's like they exchange their damage. Rek'Sai has that sustain damage, but really didn't have any business hanging around, so had to leave.
Right.
And it's a pretty fair trade, but that's going to help bot lane out a lot because they're trying to push that wave in.
Ooh,
We saw
Galio
Viego on the
gonna come in
bottom
right
side.
here. This is a taunt coming out here. Big shot, Larry. Everyone's collapsing down. Junglers. The 2v2 in the mid lane. Rek'Sai hasn't shown yet.
Yeah, and this is where we're talking about maybe first blood could happen. Big Shot Larry is going to try to push this out, I think. So it could be an opportunity. Rek'Sai going to go do the top side camps that are all available and maybe rotate back through. One thing that's important to note here as well is that all these lanes are pushing for Trifarix. They've got top pushing in. They've got Xerath pushing in mid lane. Bot's been so pushed that they're trying to tower dive level 3. So it's going to make a lot of opportunity for
The
Viego.
stun coming through as well. Vader maybe in a little bit of trouble. Let's see if he's got the flash here. The flash, and he does go down first blood to Viego.
And really, really well played from Big Shot Larry. Gets the setup, really setting him up to just... once you have that Xerath so far up the lane, Viego can take that wider approach, and then get in behind, and that really was clean. Gets the flash out too. That's going to be pretty pivotal, I think, moving on into the next few levels.
Definitely going to be big, and Xerath being someone who's relatively immobile, going to have some trouble against that Galio if they're too close. Going to be a dangerous lane for them.
Yeah, we do see the recurve bow picked up for the Viego. It's kind of like the signature item, right? The Blade of the Rune King. Kind of neat there.
Yeah,
and a lot of corrupting potions as well picked up. I think that's interesting. I think that was a good call from Big Shot Larry. Probably more typical for these top laners. But you mentioned the poke earlier coming out of Vader.
Right.
And I think that helped sustain through to the point where a gank was possible.
Absolutely. And I think they're gonna just try and rinse and repeat, especially when you have someone as immobile as the Xerath. Once they use their only mobility tool, I think it makes a lot of sense to keep on coming back there. And we see Viego kind of hovering around this mid lane.
I just realized I was doing like hand motions for that like whole discussion.
Hell yeah,
I don't
dude.
know.
That's sick.
I haven't been casting in a while. I've been more like in-person meetings where I've been talking the most, and it's like...
No, the hand motions help. I gesture a little bit as well. A lot of like, especially when things get wild, I'm kind of like karate chopping a lot.
Yeah, jumping, kicking,
Yeah, you gotta. Speaking
bit.
of jumping and kicking, here it is. That's going to be Robust coming in, but the cage is going to be dropped. 2 members stuck inside, and that's a lot of damage. Cut to the mid lane. Here we go. Rinse and repeat. Get those dishes as clean as you can, and that will be Vader falling.
Yeah, and big re-gank there. Knows the flash is down. That's going to be 0-2 for the Xerath. And, that's a rough start, but still really close on the CS. So I think he's doing well. It's just difficult because you're wanting to push this Galio in. You're wanting to make it so that they hit level 6, they can't go to the side lane. But with no flash, you kind of lose that option a lot of the time.
Absolutely. This dragon now being started up by the Viego. They feel like they've got enough pressure down here that Viego's strong enough that they can do this with impunity. I also think it's possible that Trifarix just isn't aware yet that they're on that dragon.
Yeah, I see this happen a lot in Econ as well, where one of the junglers gets the idea, hey, I can dragon swap, I can go do it,
Right.
And it's never both the junglers.
Right, for sure, right.
And I play a lot of jungle this season, so I'm kind of flaming myself here too.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
You are one of the junglers that's not maybe.
Yeah, I'm really bad about it. I don't see dragon till like 15 minutes.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, who can tell if it even spawns before then? You know.
It's like Schrodinger's dragon. You don't see it on the map, like, or I mean, you do, but you don't see it with your eyes, you know.
So true.
Like,
So true. Let's see how many other sort of philosophical principles we can weave into this task.
yeah. Let's say any psych majors in chat.
Yeah, hit us up with your favorite.
Any physics guys.
Yeah. We're just gonna. This is gonna be an educational stream tonight. So these 2 early kills really have just worked to even the gold out here. A lot of gold has been earned through just laning, it seems like, and 2 kills up, not perceptible from the gold charts.
So this is one of the difficult things with, you know, they have the Malphite into Alawi. I think a lot of lanes are better with the new Malphite build where you're going like the Iceborne Gauntlet, but this probably ain't one of them.
Sure. Yeah.
And then they're afforded a lot of safety in the bot lane with the Vigar or Seraphine, but they really don't have that many options to like play in.
Ooh, a little bit of a skirmish happening right here. That's going to be Malphite all missing just a little bit, but Galio coming in, going to get the knock up onto the Alawi. Robust will get taken out by Viego, cut down to the bot lane, and very nice kill onto, but whoa, this Alawi living and crushing it right here. This is why Alawi is so dangerous. One more does it, and now Seraph trying to pick up that last kill, but that was huge.
Ooh.
Oh,
Just
was that
barely.
a flash?
No. The ulti again, the recast.
That was the recast.
Because when you
on
pick the bodies up, yeah.
Right. Oh, what a
That was crazy.
what an Alawi moment.
Yeah, and the random directed cam cut to bot lane.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, the spectator cam's been doing that a lot recently. It'll just be like, you've seen half of this fight. Let's watch half of this fight down here. It's like, all right.
May I direct your attention to the bot lane for a moment? No, but solid play from Trifarix, really evening things out, and they get rewarded. I think they did anyone get the Herald actually?
What a great question, Mighty. I'm looking down the line and I'm not seeing
Like,
it.
no, it's awesome, perfect.
Wait, it definitely got killed though.
Yeah, probably just the little thing didn't get picked up, the eyeball.
Right.
Yeah, so that's a little awkward, but you know, about a 800 gold advantage now, and so it's a good swing.
Yeah.
For Trifarix.
I feel like that's one of those things that either team can sort of talk themselves into being like, hey, that was pretty positive because the other team didn't get it. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I would be any way I could swing that. I would be saying, oh, it's great for us.
Oh yeah, we all turn into car salesmen when we're playing games of League, and it's like, listen, let me tell you why this is going to be the right move for us.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Vader has sort of been able to. Oh, here we go, Leona down here in the bot lane. This is the combo, Misfortune, but a great cage.
Oh, crazy
puts
cage.
a halt right there, and a Seraphine ult to boot. But
Rek'Sai's here,
dude,
what?
What a flank! He did it. He finally got his dream. He's ganked that lane like 3 times, and he actually gets the kill. Vader, though, speaking of lanes that have been ganked 3 times.
And instantly burned the flash. Let's go.
Yup. Learn.
That's really
the
good,
first
though.
time.
Rito definitely making good use of that gank assist we were talking about from the Galio. Repeat, the 3rd time's the charm. Gets another flash for it.
Absolutely. Wow. Damage coming out of the Alawi.
Yeah, it's crazy. And already the armor pickup from the Bramble Vest is it's helping out, but imagine how bad this would be without that.
Yeah, no, seriously. It'd be an absolute nightmare. Now, Dragon's coming up in a minute here. Rek'Sai, honestly, the side lanes and the jungle for Trifarix have really been finding success so far. And Vader, all Vader has to do is just hold even, right? Like,
yeah. Honestly, doing a good job. 70 CS to 77, but there's a little bit of minions still to pick up for him, so holding it pretty close, you know. The difference is just going to be that Viego's got a load of gold, and I think that's really important actually for Ginyu Force because that is the sole AD member.
Right. Good point.
So you are really going to want that long term here.
Here it
once
is.
Again,
That's
though.
the Leo ult and the insta flash from the Vigar. Robust coming in right there, but so much CC getting dropped down in the exhaust as well. They've got a great heads up play here. Look at a flash dodging the Zerath ult.
Okay.
Trying to get a little bit closer. Viego going to come in and get that CC right there, and he's going to try and dive in. No tower shots just yet. Leona just buying them some time. Does Sammy get away? No, but they save their ADC.
Big shot Larry catching it right on the edge with that ultimate, and it just barely picks up Leona there. Sammy, poor guy, going down at the end.
But
a really clean play from Ginyu Force, and they're leveraging that jungle advantage with that one.
totally, Sammy dying the hero's death, protecting the ADC, doing what supports are meant to do. Rek'Sai thinking about something here. Oh my God! Actually goes in and gets it.
So
Holy
good.
shit! Robust. Oh my goodness! Absolutely excellent steal right there. I mean,
And we get a good soul.
totally. Oh!
Unlucky.
Ooh!
Didn't get the flash over.
No.
Solid play there
didn't.
from Vader.
Yeah, that's a hard ability to flash, I feel like, because it goes
It
kind of
is.
slow. Nice. Malphite ult right here.
Under
Non-stop
the
fights
turret.
going on. Malphite, I don't want to keep pressing the issue.
Yeah, it's a little sketchy that you know that Alawi has ultimate and you do not want to get turned
Right.
on.
No, that's true. Starting to see some damage out of Captain Ginyu here.
Yeah, and a really solid ultimate there just to have it under turret and get those two
Yeah,
shots.
Leona ult
Kinda
once
nice.
again. They are just going for it. Sammy wants blood down here in the bot lane, but the Seraphine
ultimate.
is the perfect response to this. A great misfortune ult, actually holding it through the cage, making sure it's not stopped again. Great play from Skiwi and Sammy there.
Yeah, really solid, and they're holding strong even though we're starting to see this Viego get rotated down to bot. Not going to solely focus on mid anymore, but they're making it work, getting those ultimates down aggressive early before the Viego can affect the lane.
No, they absolutely
And I think
are.
that's a big deal. Also, with that dragon pickup going over the way of Trifarix, I think that's a really big deal as well. Because one of the things when you have this like more one-dimensional damage type kind of composition is you don't want the game to go late enough that they can pick up a ton of
Right.
magic resist. So you're looking for those early dragon takes. You're looking to stack up. Delaying that a little bit is super, super good for Trifarix, I think.
That is a great point. This bot lane has really been popping off. I really like how aggressive Sammy's been on this Leona. Seems simple to say, right? It's an aggressive champion. Hold on, an exchange of CC right here in the mid lane. Actually, good amount of damage coming out from Big Shot Larry, which is a great
Yeah.
name.
Awesome name. Really cool. I like the Everfrost build as well. It really acknowledging that, Galio can one-shot people, just the
Right.
clapping, But you doesn't have to. You can play that CC role. You can be a little bit more focused on that in the team fights. You do see a trade going on. Ginyu getting a little
absolutely.
excited here.
Alawi, though, going to find themselves in a 1v3. There's going to be some more CC. Let's see if the ult can get popped off, but nice. They timed it perfectly, and they didn't let Alawi get those slaps off. What an execution in the bot lane.
Yeah, we see it, and this is actually great. This is something you don't see all the time with these economy teams. It's hard to, even in like the highest level of play opposite sides of the map so well, but they are doing exactly that. They are pressuring where the opponents are weak. when they
Oh,
get
a
pressure
dive
in the
under
lane.
tower. They're really going for it, but look at this. Galio coming in. Big Shot Larry's got something to say about this, and it's actually a turn. Oh my goodness. 2 for none. Ginyu win
Yeah.
big.
Absolutely brilliant use of the Galio as well. We see the fight on the top side. We know what's happening. We know they're pressuring the bot side in kind. But when you have these global ultimates and there's pressure on opposite sides, you have an advantage. And he really chooses to leverage it there, goes and saves the bot lane, turns around to fight. And that's going to be kills for Captain Crunch here.
Another friend.
Flash from Vader right there. Knew they needed to get out of there. Here's the Rift Herald we've been looking for.
I think this is second Herald though, right?
It definitely is. Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
not. It's not that first one. It's cousin. However, they're really
Yeah. Are they twins? They look pretty similar.
You know what? They gotta be twins. They gotta be twins for sure. Oh, look at this! Vader trying to get the snipe. The camera doesn't want us to see that though. That's all right.
I see one very low Vigar. He's got almost no HP left, so I think a couple of those hit.
Oh, well, a misfortune. E would really get the job done there.
Yeah, definitely. That's no more than 30 HP, I would say.
Totally.
And we are seeing the Rod of Ages pick up for the Vigar. I kind of like this, like, really deep into the scaling build It's not something I typically do, but I've seen it a lot more. These items are like super popular now.
Ooh, Alawi gonna get stunned up right here. That's the Malphite ult. They have learned how to deal with this Alawi. They just need to drop everything. Don't hold back.
Oh, and this is interesting. A lot of times when Malphite doesn't go the Iceborne early, you'll see them go like Sunfire Cape and just go, you know, a different mythic. But opting to just go Bramble straight into the Iceborne, and I think, you know, it could work out.
Oh,
could be
one
able
more
to.
auto.
Yeah, sticks around. Cage just not denying it completely, finds the angle.
Robust might be in a little bit of trouble here. They do have the blast cone, but it just puts them right into the face of the Galio. Very nice escape, though.
Yeah, buffering that tunnel, really good job getting away from the taunt there.
Seriously, Gromp is going to be theirs, but Dragon is the real prize here. Let's see. Dragon started, but then they got to walk back.
JT Man is walking down, not going to be TPing to this fight. And I kind of like this. We already see Captain Ginyu in the mid lane pushing the wave up, prepping things for the fight. And it's going to be a hard angle for Trifarix to take here.
Yeah, I'm curious how they're going to get in. But Malphite on their flank means it's going to be dangerous. Going in for the smite again. Holy shit, with the misfortune as well. That was massive. And here we see the Wombo combo they imagined. That's going to be the Zerath helping out with the damage. The misfortune helping out with the damage as well. And the smite secured by Robust. Second steal of the day.
Really clean on the smites, just can't miss so far. And you know, we were talking to Mew Life about the little maybe rivalry between teammates here. You got some big shoes to fill here, boss.
Very true. Oh, look at that. Great Malphite all just dropped right away. Do they have the damage, though? It's going to go down pretty low. One more auto. There's the flash. Captain Ginyu maybe in a little bit of... No, never mind. He's got his buddies. They're not letting him go down without a fight.
Yeah, clean engage, though. They find the target, and I feel like Vader has had a rough time of it getting ganked so much early. Now going to be the target for all these tanks going for engages. And it's, you know, it's a sacrifice sometimes that you make for your team. Because your MF is sitting pretty, up 60 CS, you know. Hasn't really been the target as much. And we just got to bide our time if we're Vader fans, you know.
Absolutely.
Got to bide our time and see what comes late game.
Listen, classic two-threat comp, but this fight really feels, or this match really feels extremely balanced. We've got, you know, the dragons, the gold is close. I feel like some of the dragon stats might shrink that gold lead even more, and we've seen a lot of success of the execution of the Wombo on the side of Trifarix in bigger team fights, but I feel like we've seen more picks from the side of Ginyu. And it's really, I mean, like you said, they don't want to allow magic resistance to be built up. Here we go, a 2v1 up in the top lane. Alawi is no stranger to being outnumbered. Let's see how Malphite is able to handle it.
Yeah, I think it's runaway is the answer for now.
And that was the right choice.
Yep, I respect that choice. That is correct in my book.
100%. Played top lane for a long time, and the right move is almost always to get the hell out of there.
Yep, that's definitely true. I can't stay in top for more than one game most of the time.
Yeah, find yourself somewhere else. And, I mean, we're past 20 minutes now. Rift Herald is up. People grouping in the mid lane. Let's see, Zerath on the way as well. So interesting, this Zerath, Galio, mid lane, both champions that can help their teams out from great distances in slightly different ways. So we'll see. See who can execute a little better.
Speaking of Galio, there's an interesting itemization here going for the Abyssal Mask, which reduces magic resist. Very smart item here, I think, actually, considering the team comp. So, and it's a super early pickup for it, but Galio's got a ton of gold. So I actually really like that idea.
Low-key, pretty brilliant.
Yeah. Straight up genius. I mean, these are economy guys. They're doing some pretty high-level stuff here.
Damn straight. Listen, doesn't matter your rank. You can still have all the big brain plays you want. God, my tongue is tied in a knot today.
But it's like, you know, Buggle is like a player a lot of people know. He's got no fingers, but a lot of smarts sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. Guy's horrible at
like
League,
Silver.
but he's a real smart dude. Real smart fella.
Yeah. A lot of people know him as a good example of something you see a lot in our league, because we value team play and organized games, and a fun competitive environment, and that's kind of what it's a very different environment than solo queue, I would say.
Yes, very much. So we had people talking about that in community today. Look at all the damage coming out from Viego right here. This is exactly the kind of meal that Viego wants. Oh, wait a second. That was close. Honestly thought Vader was going to get out of there for a moment.
I want to believe that Rito was just like gifting that, like Seraphine, it's yours. That would be so funny.
You need it. You need the gold. You deserve a kill.
But Seraphine's holding a needlessly large rod right now, so maybe it's true.
Oh shit. Yeah, maybe. I mean, why not? What do you think that's going into? It's a death cap, right?
There's a tier that snuck in there all the way on the right, so that's definitely gonna be
that's
the
a good
Seraph.
point. Oh wow, hold on, a lot of CC coming out right here. Nice, Leona. Ult coming down as well. Let's see. Who knows if they want to fight in this choke point right now? Sammy 2-Slap stepping up. Galio ulting in as well. Gonna knock up the Leona right there. Misfortune. Skiwi trying to find their way to safety. Trying to make sure that they don't get knocked up. There's so much CC on the side of Ginyu right now.
Galio has been really, really heroic in like the last 10 minutes, saving Vigar on the bot side, gets the save on Viego there after the little whiff on the engage. And I mean, it's showing they have so much safety in this team comp. The Seraphine, the Vigar, the Galio, all providing those like disengage mechanisms.
Yeah, great interrupt from Vader.
And I'm a little bit worried about this positioning again for Trifarix. They're gonna have a hard time. I mean, we've seen time and time again the Rek'Sai able to get the steals, but as they're posturing for this Drake, they're out of position. And I mean, the engage definitely favored for the side of Ginyu.
And now they're ready for it. They know about the steals. They know that this is a possibility, and they're actually pulling off. They're saying, hey, how about, hey, no, you go first. Let me hold the door for you. Why don't you take a shot at this, and maybe we'll try and steal it from you instead.
Another friend.
Yeah, and what I'd love to see here, one of the macro ideas that I think is really more exclusive to the higher level games, going to be to push your lanes here, you know? And we do see Galio's going to get down bot and try to push that bot lane. They're rotating into mid. Yeah, I'm sure they're not listening, but you know, they know this. They know this themselves.
Right. No, I do really appreciate that, and I like that. It was a very mature decision. Both teams are like, hey, actually, we don't have to do Dragon, you know? Like, Ginyu doesn't want it stolen away from them. Trifarix doesn't want to find themselves on the wrong end of an engage from Ginyu right now. So they just walk away. And you know what? I'll be damned if that's not the right thing to do sometimes.
Yeah, they're looking for a little bit of an edge there. They want to have the push in one of the lanes. They have, and actually they kind of have it here where they have Galio in the bot side.
Rito stayed charging something up, gonna use it to escape.
Yeah, it's a little narrow angles that they're looking for here, but they have that global ultimate advantage. Every time they send Galio down and is matched by the Xerath, they can get to the fight just a little bit sooner.
Oh, choke point's got to be scary right now for multiple reasons. Honestly, both teams. You know, ult goes a little bit wide. Cage is down. I don't know if they see if that buys them a little bit of time to start this dragon up. Can they get this one? Robust on his way to try and steal it. They're dealing some damage right now. Let's see it goes down. Red team gets it. They secure it finally. 2-2 on the dragon front. But it required a risky bait to get away with it.
Yeah, it's super smart too, though, because they're trying to pull that Rek'Sai away, and I think they did a really, really good job of, you know, using the right people to bait there too. It's like, you know, you're not gonna kill Malphite; he'll ult out. So
right.
Yeah, I mean, they could, but you know, they'd have to like run all the way down, and then there's no way you're getting the dragon. So they'll take that trade.
Gold is very tight right now for both teams. I think you gotta. You know, nobody, I think, is strong enough to burst somebody who shouldn't be burstable.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think one of the things that we're looking for from Trifarix to really solidify themselves in these team fights is like that third item from MF is going to be so big here. I mean, we were talking a lot at the beginning about how important Xerath's going to be for poking down these squishy targets and allowing for a little bit more play in the engage.
Yeah.
But on top of that, there's some tanky members here that we're looking at. And you're going to need that MF to be able to cut through those targets as well.
God, Misfortune has to wait so long to be able to ult. You got to wait out Seraphine ult and Malphite ult and Vigar. Cage. Or at least have them be killed or distracted. We've already seen
they have to
Captain
be on
Crunch drop a cage on Misfortune and full stop the ult. We know that they can do that.
Yeah, and it's tricky, but that is the life of an AD carry. That's why a lot of people, I think, are opting for like the Ziggs or the Vygar bot lately. You get away from that sort of thing.
Oh, all right. Captain Ginyu looks pretty tanky, but let's see just how tanky he is. This is going to be a 4v1. There's the knockup, a flash away. That shows Ginyu investing in his escape right there. A flash and an ult, a smite as well. Malphite really making him work for it. Sammy on the way as well. Let's see if he can get some more CC onto it, but this is some speed coming out of the Malphite.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I was baited as well! That is going to be Baron. Picked up by Ginyu. A brilliant play.
Incredible.
Absolutely brilliant.
Heads up play from the captain of Ginyu Force. Knows that the team can start the Baron, calls it, says, I'm going to buy you all the time you need. And, you know, it didn't really matter when Trifarix became aware of it because they committed.
Right.
They sent everybody down there. And, you know, I'm happy they went and got the kill at least to trade. But a very, very smart play from Ginyu Force.
Boy, howdy, that would have worked on me if I was in this game. I was all in on the like, wow, it's taking a long time to kill this Malphite. There's a lot of people doing this too, but surely there will be no consequence for this.
I'll tell you when I noticed, it might be at the same time that Trifarix did. I noticed when I saw nobody was coming to help Malphite out.
Nice.
And I was like, where are they? What are they doing right now?
Dude, it's so funny. I was like, he flashed, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cocky. You're gonna flash. I don't think you're getting out of this one, mate. And he ults over the wall. I was like, wow, he's really using a lot of pretty important tools. That seems pretty odd. And of course, the full picture is, no, that's the perfect time to do it.
Yeah, and what's crazy is Rek'Sai played it really well. Like, matched the Malphite ult with the Rek'Sai ult to follow. I mean, it was a solid play from a lot of members on Trifarix. It's just they got, you know, the macro brain was a little bit advantaged or a little bit more, you know, focused from Ginyu there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Gold still not too far away. We're starting to see Vader be able to chunk out some of these squishies a little bit here. But it's all going to come down to how Ginyu uses this Baron. 2v1 down here in the bot lane. Okay, they're back on to Big Shot Larry here. Let's see, he's trying to... Oh, he's trying to ult his way out. Oh, the escape. Please ignore...
Yeah, that was clean.
Dude, that was clean as hell. That was extremely
But this is really smart from Trifarix again. What do you do when you're getting punished by a global ultimate? You go and you attack it. You make it so that they can't use that global to get to a fight because you're fighting them, you know?
Right.
You do it against Shen, you do it against Galio. You know, you do it right here.
Totally. No, it's the right move for sure. Dragon coming up, 5th dragon in the game.
Yeah, and I think this one is going to be really telling of because this is we're 30 minutes in. We're like mid-late game almost. We're getting into some later team fights. Let's look through the itemization and see exactly how much MR has been picked up.
Oh, hold on, Leonel coming over the wall right here. They're gonna go all in on this. Skiwi walking forward, big dog. Seraphine ult actually goes wide there. Flash forward from Skiwi. They get the kill. They really wanted it, but the rest of their team just isn't there. The cage is gonna land. Misfortune out of the fight. Seraphine for Misfortune, a flash over the wall. Leona ult. Oh, sorry. What's his name? Vader. Zerah.
Squeaky 100% played just like how I would in that spot. And I'm sure they said Worth with a really big smile after they died to Viego. I mean,
totally worth it. Nailed it. We will see. This is Captain Ginyu right here. Malphite ult being held in the wings. Let's see. Dragging down to 4,000. Alawi getting some damage off. Getting those tentacles slapping down. That's going to be ult being used. That's so much CC going in onto the Rek'Sai. Totally take him out of the fight. But red team steals it. Finally able to steal one of their own. Alawi finding themselves in a 1v4. Zerath supporting over the wall, but they too will fall in the end. Vader trying to pick up one at the last second there, but Rito gonna flash over the wall. Really gonna try and win this duel right here. Skiwi coming to try and help. Let's see. That's gonna be the slow. Vision's being cut though. They're gonna have to walk up. Oh, the ult to avoid damage. Rito knows what is up and then dives in onto Skiwi. Can they get to the blast cone? Whoo! Just able to get out of there.
I'm starting to think that you know, Rito. I know we're switching junglers after this as well. Mew's gonna come in, but it might be worth that ban on that Viego. It's looking like a very practiced pick, I would say.
Yeah, very much so. That is the champion that kind of, especially in the beginning when sort of trades were being, kills were being traded back and forth. I feel like Viego was kind of what kept them in and allowed them to make a lot of plays.
Yeah, and I think it's one of the things that's giving them this confidence to pick a comp that has so much AP damage. They know that their main source of AD is going to be potent, you know, really
Right.
powerful. And, you know, 7-0 and 9 definitely shown us why.
100%. That scuttle crab almost escaped.
The one that got away.
The one that got away is 7 health. Robust. Ooh, gonna knock up
Good, yeah.
Viego there.
Rito's out. Yeah. I mean, Rito had the ultimate again, so I think they were fine even if everybody commits for that.
Right. Yeah, no, that's true. Very, very dangerous, Viego.
Game state wise, I think it's starting to look a little rough for Trifarix. I know that somewhere in the late game, if they build up that MR and they utilize the tools that they have in their fight, it's definitely doable. But part of the problem is, you know, their mid is a little gold starved at this point. I mean, everybody on Ginyu is really strong.
Right.
And Xerath's just having a hard time finding targets that they can poke with the items that they have.
That is extremely true. Looks like some sort of play happening up here on the top side. Walk up, get this damage onto the Alawi. She is going to drop the ult right there. Has 3 tentacles to slap away with. Gets the soul, trying to get that kill onto the Seraphine, but that is just too much damage to deal with. And Alawi falls.
Yeah, and this is one of the things that they've gone back to several times in this game. Oh, as we see the bot lane engage coming through.
Yeah, a mirror play over here. Big Shot Larry in a little bit of trouble, and they are able to maybe definitely secure that kill right there. But look, once again, how do I ever think they're not doing Baron at this point? Second Baron from Ginyu, another cross map play. They know what they're doing here.
Yeah, and really, really smart. And I feel like this is a little bit of deja vu because we see this so many times. They know the Alawi's winning the Malphite matchup, so they go and punish the Alawi. But every single time, there's an answer on the other end of the map. This time, though, Baron's available, and they take full advantage of that, the proximity that they have, clean that up, and a tower will be traded on the other end. And that is good from Trifarix to find something to kind of answer with. But I think that's a solid win overall for Ginyu.
Yeah, no,
And
very much so. They've got great
They're
Baron
off to a
sets.
pretty big lead. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's 2 heads-up plays where they know if there's a commitment on the other side of the map, it's pretty free.
100%. Sort of, it's kind of cool that both of these teams have sort of signature plays that they've pulled off. Rek'Sai with these steals, Ginyu with these Baron plays, like identically playing out the same way each time.
Yeah, and opposite sides of the map, and I don't really feel like in the early game they played to a strong, like, I mean, yeah, Viego went mid bot, not really a lot top, but like I didn't feel like both junglers split the map and there was like one heavily strong side through the early game. No. So seeing that in the late game, they're just kind of favoring, one objective is kind of interesting.
100%. This dragon coming up right here could be it. Ooh.
Yeah, if Ginyu gets this, I think it's game over. But
yeah, getting that Infernal Soul. I mean,
that could be Caster Curse with the Rek'Sai performance we've seen so far.
It could be. That's a really good point. Oh, Malphite just dropping ult on him. I mean, Ginyu, whoa! Ginyu with the flash as well. Really excellent. And now you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, almost literally. You gotta stop this Malphite from pushing with Baron, and you've also, or you give up the dragon. It's one of those two. Let's see, the 2v1 right here. Sammy gonna go in, nail that stun, drop the ignite as well. Holy shit, I don't know what that pop of damage was, but that was so much. And the Misfortune ult over the wall. Oh, not able to get that kill. And wow, Malphite escapes as well.
Yeah, it's a good effort there, but this Malphite is incredibly tanky.
Yeah, he is thick. He's thick as hell.
Let's see.
Now,
I am a little delayed here because my game keeps like bugging out and freezing. I don't know why.
no, absolutely. I mean, it's just high quality
Yes,
spectator.
it's spaghetti code client. Yeah.
Who doesn't love
I
spaghetti?
think I've got it fixed here.
Do you feel like there's enough magic resist coming out from Trifarix?
I feel like they missed the mark that I had in my head.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really understand some of the itemizations at this point, but that being said, like there are different ways to tackle the problem here, and they do have misfortune with the Lord Dominix. So there's more damage to kill the tanks,
Right.
and yeah, I think they could have shut down the enemy team comp a little bit better than they did with the itemization, but they're not out of it. They have chances here.
Right. Ooh, fight is fully going on. Rek'Sai actually really got to go get over to the wall and help him out. That's... Oh, wait. Sorry. Couldn't even see the health bar. Alawi is fine right here. Nice pull once again. Getting those slows off.
That damage is crazy.
Dang. Just two top laners slapping away at each other. Shield slowly degrading right here. Alawi trying to find themselves to a place where they're not getting beaten up by that wave. Okay. 3v4 here. Pretty dangerous for Trifarix. That's going to be a scary blast cone that they're standing on right there. Rito the flash forward. They're trying to get a pick. That's just going to be a tower falling. Inhibitor exposed now. Ginyu being very patient with this.
Do or die for Trifarix.
Definitely. Definitely. I feel like Ginyu's just sort of, taking things away slowly, being happy with what they get, and then retreating for, dear God, setting up for their third Baron of the game.
Yeah, and I like this. They're playing around the huge game-ending buffs. They're not trying to rush things, because they still know. I mean, they give an opening and they could be in trouble.
Oh yeah, this is a sign of respect of like, all right, we're not gonna biff this. I mean, we'll see. Again, I may have.
Yeah, caster cursing. Yeah.
My bad if that's the case. But we'll see. It certainly looks like we're about to have a big fight erupt here. They've got to defend these lanes. Alawi constantly skirmishing this Malphite in the top lane right here. They are buying time for that inhib to come back.
Yeah.
But I mean, Baron's coming up in 30 seconds, so
I think
who's
it's a
buying
wait.
time for, who's wasting
Yeah, it's a
whose
wait
time?
for objective angle. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I like the decision because it's patient and
Right.
respectful of like what could happen, what could go wrong.
Can they get the Malphite, Rek'Sai, and Alawi? They've practiced this. They've tried it time and time again, but this is such a slippery rock.
Oh, that was a lot of magic damage actually from Xerath there with the ultimate.
That absolutely was. Oh, interesting. All right. I think the spectator is broken in a new and exciting way.
Oh, did it tab you out?
It did, but it tabbed me out before, and I thought that it was tabbing me out for that thing. But now it's this thing. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's a bug. Usually it indicates that the game will end in 3 minutes.
Yes.
But, yeah.
But that
I'm not sure if
happened-
there's a new thing.
That happened around the 30-minute mark for me as well, so I was like, huh, that's crazy. The game hasn't ended yet. That's nuts. I've been ready I thought this game was gonna end like 7 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Robust, the junglers, the 1v1. Look at that damage coming out from Viego. So much
Yeah,
damage.
that's insane. And that's, I mean, he's not even finished with the build. Like the Hex Drinker hasn't been completed out yet.
That's
like-
nutters. Even more
Yeah,
brutal because they're relying on these steals from Rek'Sai.
This is just why I don't really understand the tabbies or the plated steel caps
Sure.
choice. Like you should just be building MR against a 4 AP team, right?
Sure. Wow, they burned through this Baron.
Yeah, and they're all set up. You see, Trifarix is not going to contest it. And I kind of like that decision. They're
Definitely.
looking for maybe a steal, but at this point, it's like you're going to take a team fight somewhere and really hope and pray that you win it against Soul and Baron. Like it's going to be hard.
Absolutely, yeah, and the fact that Elder's coming up too. I mean, they are really taking the long road here, and I think you're right. As long as they don't have Elder, you kind of hope that The team fight you win is the one where they dive too aggressively or maybe push too far. Let's see once again. Dude, Captain Ginyu, slap a medal on this guy. He has been ganked so many times pushing up on this top side and has escaped so often. Choosing to fight a little bit longer this time.
Looking at him, you can slap whatever you want on him and he's not going to die.
He is not
It's
going to
insane.
die. He's too sturdy. It's absolutely ridiculous. Oh, robust. In a little bit of trouble. Yeah, wow, that's a lot of damage. Seraphine, all haven't seen that in a hot minute. Great misfortune ultimate coming through, shredding Seraphine, but that's just all about what's going to be shredded. It does. Oh my god, wait a second. That's so much damage coming from the Alawi, living for a really long time,
Whoa.
but the exhaust stuffs him down right there. Misfortune, the last one left alive. Wow, I definitely, I did not expect that damage coming out from the Alawi.
No, I mean, honestly, the Alawi, really, really strong performance this game, but obviously the MVP, in my mind, clearly goes to this Viego.
Oh, yeah.
Really, really hard to deal with, really, really clean game. And I'm happy to see that they didn't wait for Elder, that they actually just tried to force and find a way to end.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you know, they were very patient and very methodical about this. And I think that's also really good to see.
No, absolutely.
Look at these damage cards.
Whoa, Alawi was up there. Wow, that was kind of a closer game damage-wise than I was expecting.
Mm-hmm. I think it's just the slow macro nature of how like the teams were playing that kind of lends to that as well.
Yeah. Yeah. No, very interesting. Lots to learn. League Yuma says, I really hope Trifarix can draft something with potential game 2. Champ identities were all over the place. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like Trifarix could have had a more focused plan? Also,
Yeah, I think
I'm going to step away for 1 second, but then I'll be back. What do you talk about that?
Yeah, you got it. I got this covered. Don't worry. You know, I agree with that. I think part of the